Glenn Beck is going to talk about vaccines in a production meeting on his network. So let's listen, and then I'll break it down.
Wealthy LA schools, the wealthiest Beverly Hills areas, now have vaccination rates that are as low as South Sudan's because the parents there are opting out of vaccinating their children because it's not natural. It could, they fear autism, they fear eczema.
Seborrhea, psoriasis.
But they're having a big uptick in whooping cough and all these diseases.
I'm torn.
Why are you applauding?
I'm torn.
I mean, halfway just to piss you off. But the other half is, I think that there is a lot to be said for this vaccination crap. It is. I have no idea.
Sorry, go ahead.
I know.
You don't believe in vaccinating?
No, I didn't say that.
Okay.
I said I think there's a lot to be said for
saving lives,
being cautious,
being cautious on what we're jamming into our children's arms by law all the time.
Right.
Okay.
I'll go for. I got it. We eradicated smallpox. We got it. But there's a lot of stuff. I gave my kids the vaccination, but there's a lot of stuff that we don't know what we're dealing with. I mean, doctors are so arrogant, and I speak with a little bit of experience here. You're putting it in to fix this organ or to fix this flaw. It's going to push something else out of the way. In modern medicine, we don't even think that.
Okay. I get your point completely, but then you have outbreaks of contagious diseases and kids dying.
I know. And it seems like we have an outbreak of Ebola. I mean, disease is going to come. I am not saying that we don't use modern medicine. I am not saying that I'm against all vaccinations. I'm saying that we consider the arrogance of doctors and governments jamming needles in our arms and our children's arms and forcing us to do these things. We're making superbugs because we are so arrogant that we're masters of the universe. No, we're not. There's a balance in all things. It's not, don't ever have your kids vaccinated, and it's not, vaccinate them for everything.
Yes, it is. The answer is vaccinate them for anything they have a vaccine for. That is exactly what the answer is. No, Glenn, the arrogance is not on the part of the doctors. The arrogance is on you for thinking you know better than the doctors. They have the degrees, they did the studies, they gathered the evidence and the proof, they figured it out, and then you come along and smugly and glibly dismiss it because it doesn't fit perfectly with your ideology. Oh, God, he's insufferable, man. And also the idea that, we think we're the masters of the universe, so superbugs are being created, and it's those damn arrogant doctors. No. Superbugs are being created from antibiotic overuse. The people warning against antibiotic overuse is the doctors and the scientists and the researchers. They're the ones saying, whoa, easy there, public. Of course, there's overuse in terms of factory farms. They pump cows and shit full of antibiotics, and that's what's leading. So it's not the doctor's fault. In fact, they are the ones who have kept the antibiotics slightly ahead this entire time. I was reading an article the other day about how what they've done is they've actually gotten really creative and gone way back to like some of the original antibiotics that they ever used because they thought, well, maybe let's try the old ones again to see if they work when the new ones don't work anymore. And it turned out they worked for a little bit, right? So they're the ones solving the problem and saving the day. And also, the father of the modern anti-vax movement is a guy named Andrew Wakefield. His study was so flawed that the medical journal that originally released it took it back and apologized. The movement has totally crumbled. It is bullshit. There's no reason not to vaccinate. In fact, quote, according to a study in the New England Journal of Medicine, vaccines have prevented more than 100 million cases of serious contagious diseases in the United States since 1924. Using millions of public health reports released before and after vaccines for the diseases were commercially available, researchers were able to project the number of cases of polio, measles, rubella, mumps, hepatitis A, diphtheria, pertussis that would have occurred if not for the life-saving advances. So all those things I just named right there, okay? Polio, measles, rubella, mumps, hepatitis A, diphtheria, and pertussis. You can thank vaccines for saying bye-bye to them and eradicating them in the modern world. Just recently, we did this story on Secular Talk not that long ago. India eradicated polio. Why? Vaccines. There's no balance here, Glenn. There's no, well, you know, sometimes they're okay. Sometimes they're not. No, the issue of vaccines is a black and white issue. There's one side that's totally right and another side that's totally wrong.